fiddlesticks!
What, Wilbur?
We just got hit and I think my back has all been out of shape.
You gotta talk with those whippersnappers at the Advocates Law Firm. They're the best injury lawyers around.
What?
Pipe down, Clarence! Abner's telling me about the lawyers and the advocates. So what happened to you, Abner?
I was walking across the street with the light when some young punk came screeching around the corner. I lost a toe.
What?
Shut it, Clarence! If you get injured, the advocates get results.
AdvocatesLaw.com.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Ola, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All right, count of the minutes. We will drink, we will toast with a shot of the day into the weekend, and it's Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday.
What was that?
Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
And today, a Super Bowl halftime spectacular featuring Bruno Mars.
Believe me, just watch.
You remember Super Bowl 48 Seahawks Broncos halftime show, Bruno Mars.
No, you were busy high-fiving and drinking. I cannot believe we're beating the piss out of the Broncos this bad.
Yeah, I was
an ass whipping.
Bruno Mars and Uptown Funk taking on the Black Eyed Peas.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Black Eyed Peas halftime show. It's a Super Bowl 45. Steelers, Packers.
Oh, Steelers lost that one, didn't they? Oh.
Steelers. Packers win. That was the Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl, correct?
Yeah.
How long? What year was that?
Super Bowl 45. You do the math, man.
I don't know.
We're good at math. We'd have different jobs.
I feel like I haven't seen a...
Wait, that's 08, 09.
I haven't seen a halftime show.
Well, let me lower my pants.
I can't eat.
Well, halftime's also when you get hungry again.
Our question, what did you do once and only once? And here come those emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Couple from today's question. Let's see. The thing that I did once was jump out of a perfectly good airplane. It was a tandem jump from 13,000 feet. It was amazing. No need to do it again. Plus, skydivers are nuts. I flew skydivers as my first flying job, and those mothers would shut the fuel valve, which was behind me on the floor in this particular airplane, and a few seconds later, the engine would quit. No big deal, because I usually had a lot of altitude to get the engine going again. Cheers, bitches, and go Chiefs. That's from the original Captain Homebrew.
All right.
Skydivers are nuts.
You gotta be nuts to voluntarily jump out of a plane time and time again.
Were the guys that you went with, were they crazy?
They don't seem crazy, but they had to be crazy because this is what they do. I found out after the fact that apparently this particular group of skydivers, they also worked for the Red Bull team. And as such, a lot of the international stuff you see, they do crazy stuff. These were those guys. And also, I can't remember which Transformers movie, but several of these guys that I jumped with, whichever movie it is, there's a part in the movie, they're in downtown, whatever, but the humans are zipping around town in the squirrel suits. But they actually filmed those guys. They were the guys that are zipping through down, I think Chicago, maybe. I don't know. But they're those guys. So they're nuts.
Right, they're professional skydivers.
But which means they're real nuts. But they're great guys. Just real nuts.
Subject, hot air balloon. Guys, I have a friend who owns a hot air balloon company. He can pretty much land that thing where he wants. It's a pretty strange experience, but very cool. That from our buddy Matt.
Okay.
All right. Guys, this summer I'm going to turn 55. I hate to admit it, but I'm pretty sure I'll never go to the Love Ranch for 3 days again. I still have many fun memories, some pictures, and a hat that my girlfriend has thankfully never asked me to explain how I got.
She knows how you got it. She doesn't want the details.
That from our buddy Arn. Guys, went to Beyonce at Lumen Field, and all we could afford were tickets to the nosebleed section. And I can say with confidence, I will never sit in the nosebleeds at a football field again. I was a little high. Climbing those really steep steps gave me terrible vertigo, made my knees wobble. I had to take a few breaks on the way up. My friends were like, where the hell did Heather go? When I finally got to my seat, I kept having visions of myself falling down and cascading toward the field, hitting every seat like the chip on Plinko on Price is Right. That from the lovely Heather.
Nosebleeds in a football stadium, I mean, even if you sit up there as a football fan, you're well aware of how steep it is.
Yes. Yes, you are.
That's why I can't believe people get in fights up there. Because when they start tumbling down the steps and all that stuff,
That's what happens, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because they're drunk?
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Guys, in order to earn the Wilderness Survival Badge of my Boy Scouts, you have to build your own shelter and stay in it for the night. It was winter. We were camping up near Paradise on Mount Rainier. I decided I would build a snow cave to sleep in for the night. Spent most of the day digging out the cave, ensuring the ceiling was concave to trap in the heat. I laid down on my tarp and my thin foam pad below my 0-degree sleeping bag. Laid up all of my jackets and pants in a bulletproof 16-year-old, climbed in for the night. I think it got down to about 30 degrees. It was the coldest, wettest night I've ever experienced. I think I eventually shivered myself to sleep, but I definitely didn't get much sleep. It took all morning for me to warm up and undampen all my clothes the next day. Never again, at least by choice. Keep rocking, guys. That from B-Dub. As we move on to the birthday request, guys, all I've been wanting to send a birthday shout-out for a long time, and now my 27th birthday has arrived, but it's on a Saturday.
Oh, well.
From the one and only Lisa. Sorry, Lisa, we only do birthdays on people's actual birthdays. That's just the way we roll. Oh, boys, I want to wish my daughter, Bailey, a.k.a. Ass Eyes, a special 21st birthday with an look out and a hoo-ah. Maybe Coach Ted prepping her for a stage 2 night out. That from her dad, Kurt.
Uh-oh, look out.
So she's 21, it's day 2. All right, day 2, the 21 run. Well, it's going to be a lot like last night, except this night, there'll be more people out because it's a Friday. Also, you can go inside the bar, get those shots. Make sure you tell everybody it's your birthday, it's your 21 run, don't pay for a drink. Also, maybe say, hey, my dad drove me, so I get home safe, so he can get a free cocktail.
And bring pepper spray.
Yeah. Maybe Dad keep an eye on the drunk 21-year-old dog.
If you're going to announce it's my 21st birthday.
Or maybe they're just doing a family thing. If you do a family 21 birthday, do what Coach Smith did. And puke off somebody's balcony. Jesus. True story. You know
Hola, you people. My best friend Josh of over 20 years is turning the big 3-0 today. He introduced me to you all when you all used to be on Z-Rock 103. And I've been hooked ever since and listening on the radio.com app. So how about an Andrew Penis and a happy Chinooka? Thanks, guys. That from the Ginger Mexican JC.
Andrew Penis.
Happy Chinooka.
Want to give a shout out to my husband, AJ Ma, for turning 29. Can you give him an OG fish sandwich? Leroy Jenkins, and you like that for his happy birthday. Happy birthday, babe, and love you. Thanks, guys. Love the show from Lauren.
Do I get a fish sandwich?
Let's do this. Leroy!
You like that? Patolos, can you please wish my son-in-law James the way Thrill says it? James! A happy 30th birthday. He's a great husband to my daughter and a wonderful dad to my grandchildren. Can he get a happy Chinooka and a ladies' man fish sandwich? And it can't be said enough. You guys rock. Thanks again for keeping us entertained, especially this last year. That from a longtime listener, Danielle, a.k.a. Moms.
Happy Chinooka.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Guys, you're amazing. We listen to you guys every day via the podcast on radio.com or live. Can we please have Mickey and Goofy tell Erica, a.k.a. Big Booty Judy, why we should go to Disney World this year? Thanks again and best regards. That from J.V. GV.
Well, gals, that's simple. You should come to Disney World because that's where I am, and you're known as Big Booty Judy because Goofy likes him some big plump butts.
You know, mixed the same way. Like some little big and busty, loud and lusty.
He says it all the time.
My suggestion would be go to Epcot, drink around the world, and come back to the Magic Kingdom and see how a mouse hand feels.
Word up, fellas. It's our buddy Kel's birthday. We think he's in his mid-30s. Not sure. Could you give him an OG fish sandwich and the dirty Germans telling him that designing rubber adult toys at the Bone Factory is not a good use of an engineering degree? A wiggle wiggle. That from Captain Gumby and the boys at Rechartered Charters.
Do I get a fish sandwich?
Yeah, actually, that is the best use I've ever heard for an engineering degree. What do you want to make satellites when you could be making a sex toy?
It's like, I'm a big-time engineer. I go, what do you provide for people? And he goes, pleasure.
I'm a pleasure engineer.
Yeah, you could go to Mars like one of those engineers, or you could provide pleasure for lots of relationships.
Yeah, I'm not going to Mars anytime soon, but I'm horny now.
Yeah. So you're going to stay up in games that whole time? No. So take one of my engineering degree things.
Yeah, they make satellites to go to Uranus. He knows exactly how to do it.
Yeah, he knows the path.
Macholos, today is the beautiful Nessie's 30-something birthday. She makes every day better with her contagious laughter and her brilliant smile. Could you please get an inspirational quote from Miles, as well as the Dirty Germans talking about how good she looks today and what's going to happen to her in the trailer later? Thanks, gentlemen. That from T-Boss. All right. For Nessie. Nessie, you remind me of my pinky toe on my left foot. Because sooner or later, I'm going to bang you on a table.
Yeah, I like this Nessie. I'm going to make Nessie messy. We're going to do a little thing called the trailer wax.
Yeah, this is Nessie. I've seen her once or twice in Scotland. She has long throat.
Which is good.
Oh, yeah. See?
Yeah.
So all the Germans will be in that lake.
It's always good to see a girl with a big neck, you know?
Yeah. It's one of the sexiest parts about the ladies. It's a big neck. Did you have chops? So. So did we get here?
Holy you dinosaurs, can you please wish my wife Marianne a happy birthday? She graduates from the 30s and slides into the filthy 40s today. Please tell her thanks for putting up with my dumb ass this year. It's been a doozy. Good to give her a happy Chinooka and some shotgun nuggets from Thrill. Thanks, guys, and rock on. That from Mike, the forklift mechanic.
Happy Chinooka.
Get Smokey. Get. Guys, it's my birthday today down in Sacramento, California. Used to listen to you guys on 98 Rock. My name is Jeff. I want the Dirty Germans, as I am turning 47 years old today.
Ah, yeah. You know, in Spanish, your name is Jefe. Well, guess what? Tonight you'll be Hefty Jefe.
Yeah, so maybe he's one of those Jeffs that spells it with a G.
Oh.
Yeah.
Find his G spot.
Yeah, he's going to G off.
Yeah.
Tate. Holy fellas, today I celebrate my 49th around the globe. I would love a Leroy Jenkins and Andro Penis and the Dirty Germans giving me suggestions on how to enjoy the last year of my 40s. I'll rock on, gentlemen. Hope to see you at some kind of live show sometime soon. Cheers, guys. That from AJ from Oli.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, give it a second.
Andro Penis.
Yeah, for your birthday today, we'll do something new. Like I will teach you how to snorkel, but you will practice between my legs.
Yeah, it's the last year of the 40s. From what I hear, you better go out and live your life. At 50, it changes. Apparently, you no longer eat some mushrooms.
Yeah.
So you turn your back on a whole lifetime of fun.
Yeah, and you'll be making sounds that sound like AARP. Arp.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefly.
Thank you, Bob. All right, I think we need to go back in time to the last time that we played Ted versus the FCC. So if we could, let's go back in time.
Tate paints Rick's deck. Paint, tape, and Tate. Paint can't cover the deck. Rick wants Tate to paint. I can't, says Tate. I can't.
3 says fast.
Tate paints Rick's deck. Paint, tape, and Tate paint can't cover the deck. Rick wants Tate to paint. I can't, says Tate. I can't.
1.
Tate paints Rick's deck. Paint, tape, and Tate paint can't cover the deck. Rick wants Tate to paint. I can't, says Tate. I can't. 2. Tate paints Rick's deck. Paint, tape, and Tate paint can't cover the deck. Rick wants Tate to paint. I can't, says Tate. I can't!
Big winner, Ted versus the FCC.
And
Let's do it
now,
again.
Everyone's favorite daytime game show, where one person could lose $325,000
and
their job, or win and walk away with nothing. It's time for Ted versus the FCC.
That's right. What a late night. Man, I'm never going to stop doing this. wearing me down.
And you got to stick with it. I heard if you do it for a week straight, your body gets used to it.
We were up about till 3 o'clock in the morning last night, coming up with some tongue twisters for Ted and Ted versus the FCC.
Great work, man.
Lo and behold, we come in here today, and what do you know? We get a listener submitted Ted versus the FCC.
Son of a bitch.
Yep. And it says, happy 50th anniversary to KISW, and greetings to the men's room. I have been listening to KISW since the 80s. I remember all the great jocks and programs.
And now you yokels are here.
I've also been listening to your show for a long, long time and truly enjoy yours as well. After hearing about 50 years of KISW, I took a stroll down memory lane and recalled some things about KISW that stand out in my mind.
All right.
Now, back in the day, CDs were all the rage and spun regularly on your airwaves. And if anyone's ever owned an early production CD player, then you know that they often skipped.
Yes.
Well, one thing on KISW that I always found hilarious was whenever a CD would skip, the DJ at the time would play a little recorded segment that went something like this. Announcer. And now, a message from KISW engineer Buck Futz. Oh, damn. Something broke. Playing in the background, silly cartoon action music. Buck says, hang on. I'm fixin' it. Playing in the background, more silly cartoon music. Announcer. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. So in honor of KISW's 50th anniversary, here is a tongue twister for Ted versus the FCC. And it goes something like this. Buck Futz makes the cut. When CDs get stuck, call Buck Futz. Nothing is too stuck for Buck Futz. Even ducks call Buck Futz to get unstuck from the muck. Don't get stuck. You call Buck Futz. The way we do Ted versus the FCC is you need to read that one time through, then 3 times fast, in honor of our 50th anniversary celebration.
Yeah.
Kicking off
What a nice
1
touch.
week
Yeah.
from today.
Next Friday, 50 years.
And stuff like this.
After 50 years,
This is what
here
you're
we
gonna
are.
get.
Did you guys ever meet Buck when we first started?
No.
Buck Futz, yeah.
He had been
He was
fired.
on his way out. Yeah,
He had
on his
been
way
fired.
out. Sad day.
They found some stuff at the transmitter site that was apparently not cool.
All right. Buck Futz makes the cut. When CDs get stuck, call Buck Futz. Nothing is too stuck for Buck Futz. Even ducks call Buck Futz to get unstuck from the muck. Don't get stuck. Call Buck Futz.
3 times fast.
Buck Futz makes the cut. When CDs get stuck, call Buck Futz. Nothing is too stuck for Buck Futz. Even ducks call Buck Futz to get unstuck from the muck. Don't get stuck. Call Buck Futz.
1.
Buck Futz makes the cut. When CDs get stuck, call Buck Futz. Nothing is too stuck for Buck Futz. Even ducks call Buck Futz to get unstuck from the muck. Don't get stuck. Call Buck Futz.
2.
Buck Futz makes the cut. When CDs get stuck, call Buck Futz. Nothing is too stuck for Buck Futz. Even ducks call Buck Futz to get unstuck from the muck. Don't get stuck. Call Buck Futz.
Oh, wow.
Emphasis on Futz.
Big win in Ted versus the FCC. You are listening to the men's room.
Oh, fiddlesticks! What, Wilbur? We just got hit and I think my back has all been out of shape.
You gotta talk with those whippersnappers at the Advocates Law Firm. They're the best injury lawyers around.
What? Pipe down, Clarence! Abner's telling me about the lawyers and the advocates. So what happened to you, Abner?
I was walking across the street with the light when some young punk came screeching around the corner. I lost a toe.
What? Shut it, Clarence! If you get injured, the advocates get results.
AdvocatesLaw.com.
At Avocado, we believe everyone deserves a safe, healthy mattress and a great night's sleep. That's why we're so excited to introduce our new Eco-Organic mattress, starting at just $6.99 with easy financing and made with the same incredibly comfortable, naturally cool materials you've come to expect from Avocado. It's a radically affordable, certified organic mattress held to the highest standards of social and environmental responsibility. Organic sleep awaits at avocadomattress.com.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The men's room is in progress. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
Coming up in minutes, we will drink, we will toast in the weekend with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, quick check in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a woman attempted to smuggle succulents and cacti into New Zealand from China by strapping them to her body.
I read this. I saw a picture. I saw the picture of what she was bringing in, not it strapped to her body. Just the idea of a cactus being strapped to my body says, this isn't worth it.
No, not at all.
You think they got suspicious when she's walking through, like, ow, 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 ow.
I think it was fairly easy to point her out, yes.
Oh, hey, Mike with the cactus jokes.
Police are looking for a man that pulled off a woman's shoe in Target to film her feet.
Jesus.
You're right. Can we not?
I mean, come on, man.
I mean, can't you just watch, like, foot porn?
No, Ted, we have to pull women's shoes off in Target to film their feet.
Why would you think you're not going to get in trouble?
Right?
That's all. I mean, everyone has an urge to do something crazy, but I go, the punishment's not worth the
Where's
reward.
the line anymore? Doggone it.
Plus, you're touching people.
Yeah, and your Rex right.
Right. A 77-year-old New Jersey woman survived being trapped inside of her van for 5 days, being snowed in. I don't know why she was in the van when the snow came down. I don't know if she just spent the night in her van and it turned into 5. I don't know if she ran into a snow pile and...
Look, there was another guy, Mike, and he got stuck on a snowbank, right?
Okay. Right.
So people are trying to help him. So, like, don't gun your engine. You know what I mean? Just hang on.
Right.
We'll figure out a way to get you out of here.
He gunned the engine.
He kept gunning the engine. His car caught on fire.
Right.
He was burned beyond recognition.
Right.
It was that fast. Apparently, there were people standing around. They could not get him out of the car.
Criminy.
It's insane.
It is.
He revved his engine that many times. And everyone's going like, dude, you're not going to get out of a snowbank revving your engine, right? I mean, at some point, he just kept doing it and doing it and then burned up.
A new study found that people that get chubbier as life goes on live the longest of anyone.
I think they are human beings.
Have slower metabolisms as they age.
You know what, guys? It's Positive Friday. Let's get some good news in here. A man in New Jersey recently had...
Besides, it's okay to get fat?
Isn't that good news for everybody? Like,
you know, we're bringing the positivity in here.
I'm making a joke. They said people that put on weight get chubby as they get older.
Yeah. Chubby is a nice way of saying fat.
A man in New Jersey recently had a stroke and was saved by his dog after she drug him across the room so that he could reach his phone.
Wow, what kind of dog?
The dog that wants
German
to be
Shepherd.
fed. You feed me? Right. Yeah, you're having a seizure. I will get you closer to your phone.
That's a smart dog.
And the guy's looking at the dog like, why didn't you bring me the phone?
That's what I was saying. Like, how about less taxing if you picked up the phone?
How about the horse that warned the neighbors that the 2 kids fell into a pond? Did you guys hear that?
I guess I'll throw that one out. Thank you, Mouse.
Oh, you have that one?
Oh.
Okay, how about this one? How about the monkey that landed the plane?
Yeah. Beat that.
How about the possum that drove a woman to the hospital?
How about the chicken that's a surgeon?
Saved her life with just a pen cap.
Did you hear about the skunk that's a millionaire?
Oh, well, yeah, we heard that one, dude.
Oh,
Come on,
my bad.
That's stupid.
He donated it all. We know that story.
That one's old.
A 10-year-old in Rhode Island cleaned the snow off of cars at a local hospital to do something nice for healthcare workers.
That is very nice.
Hope somebody tipped him.
Right? 10 years old, kid's putting in the work. I look it.
Because it's 10.
42 states saw their COVID rates drop last week.
Oh, good.
Good.
It's a good thing, man. I love it. Let's see here. There's an organization called the Dull Men's Club, and they put out an annual calendar featuring the most boring people in the U.S. and the U.K.
It's an amazing site.
There's a guy that works in the building, I'll say. He should be on it. We call him human tear gas. All right?
Human tear gas.
Human tear gas. Because Miles reasons, if you ever wanted to disperse a crowd, just have him start talking to people.
That bad?
Oh, yeah. Dude. If he talks to you, you can actually feel your brain atrophy.
Well, they actually did give us 5 of this year's calendar honorees, if you will. All
right.
I'm going to do this poll style. Who would you rather hang out with? Okay, you're going to go to a Super Bowl party with one of these guys. At number 5, it's a guy in New Mexico who collects gas station memorabilia.
Okay.
So he's probably got an old tank somewhere. He's got the shelled things all over the place.
So far, so good.
That's kind of Americana.
Yeah. Probably got Texaco everywhere.
Yeah.
Number 4, the founder of the Telegraph Pole Appreciation Society in Wales.
No.
Yes, he just goes to telephone poles and takes pictures with the telephone pole behind him.
Yeah, no. I'm not going with
I'm not kidding you.
I'm going gas station guy.
Gas station
100%.
guy, absolutely. So far,
Yeah.
gas station guy.
Okay. Who would you rather go to a Super Bowl party with? Number 3, a man who's collected 1,100 vintage washing machines. How in the world do you store 1,100 vintage washing machines?
Except the divorce.
They're probably
That's right.
they're probably in better working order than some of the ones they make now.
Right?
So far, gas station guy, still my man.
Come on, don't you see want to see how these old washing machines kind of went throughout time?
No, not when you have 11,000 to point out.
I love seeing the progression of technology.
All right, now look, there's a difference. If he had 8 of them, and they each kind of represent a generation, I go, okay, I'll listen to this. But when you have 11,000 of them, he's going to take the time to explain 11,000 different things. No.
Does the old school method of like just a big old bucket and then that little squeeze crank handle thing, does that count as a machine because I'm technically working it?
It's a machine.
Yeah.
Does a machine not have to be automated to be a machine?
Does not have to be automated.
No. Okay. I like it. So again, these are entries of the Dole Men's Club calendar. We're trying to figure out who we would rather go to a Super Bowl party with. Number 2, a man in England who's a historian studying manhole covers.
Maybe.
I don't want to. Here's why. Because the entire doggone time, he's going to be telling you about these manhole covers. This guy studies manhole covers, which means he knows way too much about them, and he's going to talk the entire doggone time about it.
He might talk the entire time, but he's going to point out something we did not know about the general construction, where I go, damn, you know what, man? I didn't know that.
And he'd have a good knowledge of geography.
And
now, keep in mind,
sewage flows.
I'm still taking gas station guy, but he's next on my list.
Well, gas station guy is dull, but eccentric.
Yeah, but you also have to know what's under there.
Sure.
Depending on where you are, it's all kinds of difference.
Miles pick a manhole guy, you can tell. You're already defending him.
Does he do sewers, or is he just doing the covers?
You
It
don't
just
know
says
this.
manhole covers, right.
You might be surprised, Miles, and he's like, I have no idea how sewage works, just manhole covers. Now you're stuck with them.
I don't think
there's plenty of people who play football that can't throw a football.
You know what? That's very true.
Fair. I don't think you're wrong, but the problem is I think he's got one interesting nugget of knowledge that he's going to drop on you, and that's going to be his, oh man, I got him now. And then he's going to go on a 3-hour rant about how the progression of the manhole cover, how it started as wood.
Well, then
but
he's
it
smart
changed
enough
metal.
to know to start strong.
Right.
Start with the one that gets everybody, and then bore them to death.
I have you know. Let's see, and this is the final one. This is number 1 on the Dole Men's Club calendar. A woman in California who collects caution wet floor signs.
I might take her. I feel
I
like
might too.
There's something more there.
She better have a wet floor in her house.
She does a lot of mopping.
I'm serious.
I would think.
I just, in my experience, there's not a lot of different ones of those. Like the gas
There's
station
the yellow
memorabilia,
cone, there's
I
the
say,
yellow one.
right, but there's like 3 or 4 I can picture. Otherwise, you just have a lot of the same thing. I don't know this to be true, but that is my experience. Gas station stuff, I'm like, all right.
I'm with you. I'm sticking with gas station guy.
Yeah, gas station.
He's my ride or die.
So again, we got a guy in New Mexico who collects gas station memorabilia. We got the founder of the Telegraph Pole Appreciation Society in Wales. We got a guy who collects 1,100 vintage washing machines. We got a guy in England who's a historian studying manhole covers, and we have a woman in California who collects caution wet floor signs.
There's also a guy on this site. If you check it out, it's pretty funny. There's the window envelope that you get with a bill in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, on the inside, there is a pattern so that you cannot see the actual amount of the bill, if it's a check and all that stuff, right? He collects the envelopes based on the different patterns on the inside to see which one blocks the lettering the best.
How do you get into that?
He's on the website. He's like the feature guy.
No, I'm aware of that, but who's honestly is staring at envelopes and I'm like, you know what? These are different patterns.
He probably had an epiphany as a kid and said, why are there patterns? Reasoned it out, realized there's different patterns from different companies, and then could not stop himself. I might be inclined to talk to him.
Either way, there's not a lot of Super Bowl parties. So
Not a whole lot. I think I'm going with the woman in California who collects caution wet floor signs. Just because
it's a woman. That's why.
There you go.
No, again, I like seeing the progression of different technology, so maybe the vintage washing machine guy instead. But the caution wet floor signs, again, I have a feeling that she's got a history of wet floor signs, and we would see how that would progress.
But, I mean, gas stations are classic Americana.
Right. It is.
Route 66.
That's
all the
why
big
it's
highways.
boring, Ted, is because everybody has some sort of classic Americana.
What classic Americana do you have?
I have a Texaco sign.
Of course you do.
You have a Texaco sign?
I have a Texaco sign.
I have a 76 gas.
I could go home tonight and I could take a picture of that thing and send it to you.
You better.
All right, I will.
All right.
I've got a Texaco sign.
I got $1 on this.
Okay. Back to the headlines here. A scientist found the world's smallest reptile. It's a chameleon species that's an inch long and has genitalia that's 20% of its body size.
Yeah.
What is it called?
It's just a chameleon species, Ted.
All right. Twig and berry.
He comes and goes. He comes and goes.
He's apparently the size of your finger.
Yeah, it is like, look how huge my junk is.
Which finger? Oh, you mean...
Damn it, Miles. Just thinking if he's standing
here
there.
He comes. Look, ladies. Wah, wah, wah. Look at him swing that meat.
He walks on 2 legs with his hands on his hips.
Damn it. A man in Czech Republic is facing 8 years in prison for buying a digital knife in a video game from another player and not paying the promised cash.
Wow.
Right?
Where's this
Technically
at?
stealing. This is in Czech Republic. Technically
I like
stealing.
it.
I pay you for a digital knife, or rather, I give you a digital knife for $1,000 cash.
Right.
You don't give me the cash, that's still technically stealing, even though, yes, stupid. Even though, yes, it's digital, they could probably make another one for nothing. Still stealing.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, you're right. I agree 100%.
I think it's stupid that police had to get involved, but
But it's the same deal, right? If you came to my house and stole something, we get the police involved.
absolutely.
I also kind of like the idea of like, you know, I'm
Digital weapon bandit.
I don't like the idea of this, but I think, like, I would have been like, you steal my digital knife, I stab you with a real one.
That's kind of harsh, bro.
Yeah, hard.
I respect it, though.
I jumped it up a little bit.
A man in Wisconsin robbed a credit union, but he's got an interesting reason as to why.
Why is that?
I'll test your memory 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now, but first, have we made it to drinking?
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.